First of all, a happy Hanuman Jayanti, and I am personally feeling very, very nice today, and not from today. I mean, that will be, maybe you will feel that I might be saying like without any reason, but then I saw in my dream. I saw Ramji in my dream was talking to me that how I has to take this lecture. So this happens when you think a lot about, your God or your deity. Your brain works like that. So before starting the talk, let's have a silence of 2 minutes, and let's try to fix our mind so that we can focus more on the subject. Let's close our eyes. Oh, namaste to all. So today is Purnimashi, and today is full moon and Hanuman Jayanti. Let me tell you from the beginning that what is Purnimasi means, because the full moon is in Hindu calendar. I mean, it is this Hanuman Jayanti comes on. This is the first Purnima. This is the first full moon in Hindu calendar. Also, Purnimasi or Purnima or full moon, it is actually very important in spiritual path, because it heightened spiritual energy, and it is the day to connect yourself to the divine. So we definitely can understand that how it is important to us. And then if you talk about Hanuman Jayanti, Hanuman, we know, I don't need to talk about Hanumanji or about what Hanumanji, whose son he is. I'm not going to talk about these things. My focus is on only one doha. So I was earlier thinking to talk on whole Hanuman Chalisa, and was thinking to try to decode Hanuman Chalisa. But when I started reading for it, when I started preparing my notes for it, then I realized that 1 hour will be not enough for entire Hanuman Chalisa, and I think I'll be needing more than 5 6 hours. So the only thing I could prepare is only one chopai, one doha. So chopai is even really difficult to explain in 1 hour. So only first doha. Let's see that when we see Hanuman Chalisa, how only first doha can explain so much about Hanumanji and Indian devotion system, and the something which we are together here. So first question is that why it is Jayanti. It could be anything, but I see confirm. Am I audible properly, please?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Thank you. So the Jayanti means a victory over evil. So it's not normal birthday. When we use Jayanti word, it means we are talking about somebody's birthday, which is actually much more bigger than normal human being. That's why we call it Hanuman Jayanti. And Hanuman had such persona that Valmiki himself, he created the whole Kand for Hanumanji, which is Sundarkand. And if somebody is wondering why it is Sundarkand, it could be any. It could be Hanuman Kand, it could be Ashokavatika Kand. Why it is Sundarkand? Because Hanumanji only has the power to take the pain of Rama, and to solve Ram's and Sugriev's problem. So and Hanuman ji was somebody who actually had capability to ease Ram's heart. Let me tell you a beautiful story, a short story. So there is a story. No, it's not a story. It's a part of Valmiki Ramayana when everybody is standing and looking to the sea, and everybody was wondering that who is going to cross the sea. And then Jambavan told Hanumanji that this only Hanuman can do this. Only Hanuman can cross the sea. Hanuman was not aware of it that he can cross the sea because he got the sharp that he will forget his power. So what and how I see Hanumanji somebody like us. I mean, what I see that as in human being, me and you have Hanuman, and I generally say this thing in Hindi that apna Hanuman jagao means invoke your Hanuman, because we all have immense power, but the problem is that we don't know that we have immense power. And by worshipping Hanumanji, or by worshipping, or by seeing his character or his deeds, what we learn, the first thing we learn is we all have immense power. We just need to accept it, that we can do it. I mean, Hanuman wasn't aware, and when he realized that he can do it, he did it. And he not only did it, he was the biggest pillar in Ramayana to help not only the Ram, also to help Sugriva. And if we talk about Ramcharitmanas, which is created by Tulsi Das ji, which is in 14th or 15th century, he also created Hanuman Chalisa separately from Ramcharitmanas. I mean, Ramcharitmanas is itself a full text. What is the need to create Hanuman Chalisa? That's how we understand that these creators, these sages like Valmiki or Tulsidas, they already knew that what is the power of Hanuman's character or Hanumanji, so that that's how Tulsidas ji created this Hanuman Chalisa. Chalisa means 40. So it has like 40 chopais. And now we are going to focus on only first one, which is Jai Hanuman Gyana Guna Sagar. Jai Kapi Shakti Huloka Ujagar. That's a beautiful Hanuman Chalisa, but I'm not going to talk about it today on that. So Jai Hanuman Gyana Guna Sagar. We see three things here: Gyan, Gun, and Sagar. Hanuman is a god of bhakti, yukti, and shakti. So bhakti is devotion, and yukti is vidya, which is gyan or knowledge, and shakti is power, which comes through karmas. So let's try to decode the first uh, thing, which is bhakti. So bhakti is a Sanskrit word, and it has bhaja dhatu and tn pratyaya. Tn pratyaya is for devotion, shan. For the shan notion, you use tn pratyaya, and bhaja dhatu is to share, to worship, to love, to serve. So bhakti is mixture of these things. So the act or the state of sharing, worshipping, loving, and being devoted to. So now we understand what is bhakti. But most of us, we don't know that how many kind of bhakti. Yes, we have Navadha Bhakti. There is a concept called Navadha Bhakti, 9 types of bhakti. So Hanuman, Hanuman's devotion comes in Dasya Bhakti. If we want to know that what these 9 types of bhakti is, so let me tell you quickly. First is Shravan. So we also can correlate ourselves that what kind of bhakti we do, or what kind of bhakti we like to do. Before telling this, I want to tell one beautiful thing, which what I feel. In Indian system, or in Indian knowledge system, or in Indian cultural system, or in Indian devotion system, or in Indian Sanskrit literature system, what I feel, the secularism is on really high. How? Because let's say if we talk about Indian philosophical system, so everybody has something to follow. I mean, whether you are Advaiti, whether you are Dvaiti means whether you believe in one god, or you believe in two state of tattva, two state of matter, or whether you don't believe in anything, which is called charvaka. Same if you believe in divine feminine energy, then you have Shakta path. If you believe in, Shiva, if you believe in Vishnu, so you, in Indian system, somebody asked me, I teach in Jamia Millia Islamia. So my student one time, one student asked me that, don't you get confused because you have too much to follow and too much to see and too much to know, and everything is different? I feel everything is same, because once you understand the phenomena of Indian culture, or the literature, or the parampara, you find that everything is same. But Indian system gives you the opportunity to find yourself from the various path. You can choose the path. You can choose that whether you are sattvic, rajasic, or tamasic. You can find your gunas, whether if you are sattvic, how you should pursue your devotions marga. It does not stops you because you have tamas. For an example, I'm just giving you a very fine, simple example. We know Ravana who abducted Sita. He was a Rakshasa. And in Indian system, nobody stopped him to worship. And he was a great devoter. He was a great devotee to Bhagavan Shiv, isn't it? So in Indian system, even if you have any kind of gunas, even if you are bad, the divine, the God, the power, the universe, the supreme gives you the chance to find the path according to your nature. So come back to the bhakti. We have 9 kind of bhakti. Let's say what kind of phenomena we have, we can follow that. So if we like listening, we have Shravana. So it's a first kind of bhakti, Shravana, which means listening. And we have great example of, while we hear Bhagavata Puran, or even if we are listening anything which is related to divine, it comes into Shravana Bhakti. Then second is Smarana. Smarana is remembrance. So for the big example, for the greater example, I am remembering right now Prahlad. He was constantly remembering Vishnu, and he was in thought. So when you are in awareness of the divine, it is Smaran. When you continuously aware of divine, as in people when they are continue devoted to their deity, it's Smarana. And we know about third, which is Kirtan. Kirtan is, we know Kirtan. Indian people are very much aware of Kirtan. And most of the Indian, right now, in most of the world, we see these ISKCON temple people. They basically, or anybody who is chanting or singing Lord's name is called Kirtan. We have great example as in Narad. And then if we talk about another thing, which is Pada Sevan, service at feet, we see Lakshmi Devi for example for this. And if we talk about the further thing, the Pada Sevan is basically related to when you do service, and when your mind and your body is become humble while you're doing service, it's called Pada Sevan. Then fifth, we have Archan, which is worshipping. Worshipping means offering rituals, or offering flowers, or offering incense, or offering foods, externally or internally. Yes. So we get this option to choose whether we can offer these things externally or internally. That's called Saguna Brahma and Nirguna Brahma. Means if I am devoting to my Hanumanji, so I am doing external things, as in I am serving laddu or chola, and if even I'm not doing that, I am doing it from my mind. It also comes into bhakti. It's called archan. And then we talk. Then next is vandana. Vandana is prayer, a heartfelt surrender. And seventh is related to Hanumanji, which is dasya, servitude. So if I'll ask anyone that, can you be my servant? I don't think so that you will like it. You will be like, excuse me, what are you saying? So this dasya bhava is when you want to be servant of somebody, when you want to live for your divine, when you serve your entire power, entire existence to your Lord, then Dasya Bhakti happens. So when Hanumanji always is like, I live only to serve my Lord. I live only to serve my Ram. And when even there is this beautiful story. I'm a full of stories. So there's a beautiful story. When and I think most of you know about this story, that when somebody asked that, where is Ram, I mean, uh, do you know, I mean, we don't see Ram, so you say that you're a devoter of Ram, or you devote, your whole life is devoted to Ram. So he just opened his chest and he showed Rama, Sita, and Lakshman. He said that Ram is in me, and he's in my, every part of my body, and that's called, he has surrendered his entire life. When you see entire Valmiki Ramayana or Tulsi Ramcharitmanas, you find that how he has actually surrendered his life. For that, I'm going to quote a beautiful shlok also. Somebody asked him, that, for you, what is Ram? So he said that Deha Buddhya tu daso asmi, Jiva Buddhya tu Danshakah, Atma Buddhya Twamev Aham iti me nishtita mati. So Deha Buddhya, so when I identify with Deha, with body, I am your servant. Deha Buddhya tu daso asmi. Jiva Buddhya tu, when I identify with my soul, then I see that I am your part. Atma Buddhya Tvameva Aham iti. And when I realize that what is my Atma, what is my true self, then I see that I am you yourself. There is no difference between you and me. And then iti me nishchitamati. This is my firm and settled understanding about your and my relationship. So it's called Dasya Bhava or Dasya Bhakti. Now, the eighth is Sakhya Bhava or Sakhya Bhava, which we see the trust, openness, companionship, as in friend. Where for this, the great example is Sudama or Arjuna. And ninth is Atma Nivedan. When you self-surrender, you surrender your existence, as in we know there is a great person called Vali, not in Ramayana. Vali, who gave everything to Vamana. So there is a Vamana avatar. It's one of avatar from Dash avatar of Vishnu. And when Vishnu came to Vali, he was a very great king. So as in boon, he gave everything to Vamana. So that is Atmanivedan. So we see Hanumanji as in Dasya. And now when we know that there is 9 kind of bhakti, and bhakti is to surrender, and Hanumanji himself chose to surrender his entire self to Ram, what kind of bhakta he is? Oh, there is, if the question is that, oh, so there are some type of bhaktas? Yes. So there are 4 type of bhaktas which we get in Bhagavad Gita. One is Artah, second is Jigyasu, third is Artharthi, and fourth is Jnani. Artha is somebody who is, very much in pain and turn God in pain. Like when you are in distress and you ask for help to your God, you became Artha Bhakta. We know people that we know some people who's always, they are devoted to their, divine, but they are always asking things from God, and they always, put their God into cushions or pain. That the For an example, we have one simple example for Artha kind of bhakta is Draupadi. Draupadi was somebody who turned God into the pain. Second kind of bhakta is Jigyasu. Jigyasu is somebody who seeks spiritual truth, who is finding truth through spirituality. We can find truth in from many ways, from devotion, from spirituality, from, practices, from asana, from meditation. There are many ways to understand the divine. And if we talk about Artharthi, which is third bhakta, somebody who is desireful. So when we do worship of God because of we want to get something, these kind of bhaktas are Artharthi, means they seek material gains. So see, this is a beauty of this tradition, that even if you are seeking material, you will be counted in as in bhakta. And the fourth one is Gyani. Gyani is somebody who is wise, knower, who understand things. And, love, he loves God as the self, and, who has steady devotion. Can anybody tell me that Hanuman, which one Bhakta Hanuman? Artha Jigyasu, Artharthi, or Gyani? Can anybody tell me that? What do you think? Hanuman is Artha, Jigyasu, Artharthi, or Gyani? I see Gyan. I cannot even pronounce the name. Janani Kumar, or I don't know. I see you or Avadesh ji. Avadhut. I think yeah. Can somebody tell me that what kind of Bhakta Hanumanji is?
Jnani.
Yeah.
Gyani. Exactly. Why is Gyani Bhakta? Why he comes into Gyani Bhakta? Because he's a wise knower. How we know that who is wise knower? Somebody who has knowledge. How we know that he has knowledge? Now the question is that how we know that he is Gyani? For some people, people will think that he is Gyani because of he knows Sanskrit, because in Valmiki Ramayana we get this example that he's very well read. No, he is Gyani because Gyan is itself a tool, and Gyan is itself something which we have to get. So Gyan is itself a sadhya, and Gyan is itself a sadhan. When you use something to attain something. So for your and my, in my and your information, we need two things: a tool and somewhere we have to reach. Two things. But for Hanuman, the tool, the sadhan and the sadhya is only one. So for Hanuman, the sadhan was Ram and the sadhya was Ram. His sadhya and sadhan was not two. And when, as in devotional person, when, as in devotee, our God and us became one, then we become Jnani. Jnani does not mean that you have knowledge of text, you have knowledge of principles, or you are a knowledgeable man. Jnani is that you know that you are Ram itself, you are Supreme Brahma itself, or your Atman is a part of Brahma. And when we try to understand Hanuman, Hanuman, somebody who is Ashtasiddhi Navanidhike Data, like who's a, somebody who has Ashtasiddhi and Navanidhi and who is giving. Like if as in human being, me and you are worshipping Hanuman, then what we will get? Ashtasiddhi, Anima, Mahima, Lagima, Garima, and Navanidhi. So we will be more than human. He's Data of it. But he is so humble and he's so innocent with too much power. A small story. When Hanuman went to Ashoka Vatika, what happened when he saw that, oh, this is Lanka. I can destroy the Lanka. He said that I can destroy the Lanka. And he asked Sita also, why don't you sit on my back? I'll take you back also. I can kill Ravana also, but I will not do that. Why I will not do that? Because I don't want to overpower of my Lord. And that is the beauty we need to learn from Hanuman, to be humble, attaining knowledge, information, doing sadhana, and if we cannot be humble like our Hanuman is, then there is a no sense that we are devotee of Hanumanji, isn't it? We think that there are four kind of bhakta: artha, jigyasu, artharthi, jnani. How we know that which kind of bhakta is the superior? So in Bhagavad Gita, they have mentioned that tesham jnani nitya yukta eka bhaktir vishishyate priyo hi jnaninotyarthamaham sacha mama priyah. Sacha mama priyah, he is my favorite. Who is my favorite? Tesham jnani nitya yukta, whose knowledge is always united. What is the meaning of your knowledge is united? When you don't have doubt, when you are not in confusion. But Hanumanji was in never in if we talk about the text Valmiki Ramayana, I don't see that he was in confusion. When he wants to do something, he did it, and he even don't care that what will happen. When he burned Lanka, it was not something Ram said to him. He felt it, he did it. He said that if I can't kill, if I don't want to kill Ravana, and Sita Mata is not coming with me because she does not want to touch me, then let me do something. Let me ease my Lord's work. So what he did, he burned the Lanka. And he almost killed some prominent Rakshasas also. So, the way Hanuman makes Ram's work easy, that's what that's how we should be. We should be that we'll be helping people. We are easing people's problem, not creating it, when we're not creating it bigger. Or one very important lesson, which I think I learned from Hanuman is, if it is not my it is not in my adhikar kshetra, I should not jump into. What we see, that generally people have power. I see little power in comparatively to Hanuman. When people have power, when people have knowledge, when people have position, they become arrogant. In today's modern society, Hanuman can teach us that with full of power, full of knowledge, full of everything, how you cannot interfere in somebody's work. He was so powerful, he could easily kill Vali, and he can do it that. But he waited for Ram, he waited for his devotion. So in this Gita's shlok, which is from 7th lesson, 17 shlok it is, he say that Priyo hi Jnanino. For me, Jnani Bhakta is my favorite because Jnani is always united. Jnani Bhakta does not have any confusion, and he is single pointed. Eka Bhakti. Single pointed means the Jnani Bhakta is only devoted to one God. For Jnani Bhakta, they don't have like 5 gods or 5 confusions. They're fully devoted. And if somebody is thinking that in Hinduism and in India specifically, in our house temple, we have too many gods, isn't it? We have too many gods. So if the shloka is saying that should we only surrender to the one God, then shouldn't we worship another God? It's not like that, my friends. In Indian system, this is really simple and important. In Indian system, if we try to understand Indian culture in a philosophical perspective, because philosophy is a backbone of any culture. So if we understand Indian philosophy, the newest philosophy is Advaita Vedanta. The newest established philosophy is Advaita Vedanta. Advaita Vedanta does not talk about second God. It does not even say that there is second God. It only says that there is no duality. That is it. It does not say there is one God. There is no duality. When we see Hanuman, when we see Ram, so Ram Hanuman is one. That is how it is Sadhya Sadhana. That is how he is Jnani. A Jnani does not have any confusion. So I don't know that when a jnani does not have any confusion, why, as in devotee, as in human being, when we see that our gods, our, Lord or our Hanuman does not have any confusion, why we have any confusion? So there is a concept of Saguna Brahma and Nirguna Brahma. Saguna Brahma is with full of gunas. So we see Shakti as in God and Shakti. We see God as in Vaishnava Shakti, Shaiva Shakti. But at last, it is only one Shakti, which is Nirguna Brahma. And that's how when we see Hanumanji, by default, when Hanuman opened his chest, he saw what he saw. What we saw? We saw Ram, a Vaishnava Shakti, isn't it? Sita, a Shakta Shakti. Then Lakshmana, Sheshanag, who's taking care of earth. And then Hanuman himself, what we believe that he's an Ansha avatar of Shiv. Now tell me, where is the confusion? There is no confusion, isn't it? So now we understand that even Lord is saying that he likes united and single pointed bhakta, which is jnana bhakta. Now this yukti and bhakti, when it unites, yukti and bhakti, yukti is gyan, which I was talking about it, that sadhya sadhan is one. And then the second point is shakti, which we talk when this, sorry, bhakti and yukti, when I'm just getting a call. When this yukti, which is gyan, and bhakti, which is 9 kind of bhakti, it when it unites, then it makes you shakti shali. And when we talk about shakti, it's power. For a layman, shakti is power. But what we see from Hanuman's perspective, the shakti is related to karma. And in Yoga Sutra, we get 4 kind of karma, which is really important for us to understand, so that we can understand Hanuman, so that we can understand that, how our Hanuman is made of, and how we can worship him, how we will not get confused. And that is why I'm giving only Shastriya example. I'm not telling you anything else beyond I took from Shastra. Nothing is from me, by me. Everything is from Shastra. And I'm just only a small, Vachika Sadhaka. So one first kind of karma is Krishna karma, which is bad deed. Second kind of karma is Shukla karma, which is entirely good deed. Third kind of karma is Mishrit karma. So as in human being, neither we can be Krishna karma yukta, nor we can be Shukla karma yukta. As in human being, we are Mishrita karma yukta, means good and bad. We are somebody who does, sometimes we are good, sometimes we are bad. But the fourth kind of karma, which is for yogi, Yoga Sutra says that Akrishna Ashukla. Akrishna we understand, which is not bad, and Ashukla means which is not good. So something which is beyond the good and bad. And that is Karma Yoga. And that is Divya Karma, who actually take us to Nishkama Karma. You see how beautifully everything is interconnected. So Nishkama Karma, Hanuman, when we see Hanuman, we see Nishkama Karma or Karma Yogi in him. So his entire character is mixed with Jnana Yogi, Karma Yogi, and Bhakti Yogi. So we see Jnana, Karma, and Bhakti, and that's how I said that he is mixture of Jnana, Bhakti, and Karma. And Jnana, Bhakti, and Karma, his Jnana, his Karma, and his Bhakti, it makes Samarpan. It makes him a big devotee. And now I'm going to tell you that how this Gyan, this Bhakti and this Shakti we see in Hanuman Chalisa. So I'm going to give you few examples to make you understand. If you want to understand, or if you want to know more about Hanuman Chalisa, if we're only talking about Hanuman Chalisa, I think we will take more than, I mean, we need more time because of when I was reading Ashtasiddhi and Navanidhi. Ashtasiddhi itself is a very, very big topic. And when we talk about Navanidhi, Nidhi is something, Nidhi is nyasa to you have when you have some power or when you have something to give to the society. Nidhi is that. So when we talk about bhakti, what kind of bhakti Hanuman ji or Hanuman is having is Rama Rasayan tumhare pasa sada raho Raghupati ke dasa. He has Rama Rasayan. What is this Rasayan word? So I'm just giving you a few example. If you're talking about Hanuman Chalisa, so you know how we will take it. What is this Rama Rasayan? I mean, R. Tulsidas is talking about some chemical. What kind of chemical Hanumanji has? He's talking that rasa. So you understand rasa? Rasa is the juice. Rasa is the essence of sugarcane sugarcane juice. So when you crush sugarcane, you get sugarcane juice. Yeah. When Hanumanji, because it's a Dasya Bhakti, when he crushed his self, when Hanuman crushed his self, and when he presented his entire personality to the Ram, then he got a Rama Rasayana. It's not like he was just doing bhakti, a simple bhakti, but which we do. We normal people do that. I don't know. I only talk about myself. Sometime my mother says that, she asked me to do Sandhya Vandan. And I am the most abhakta kind of human being while I am doing it, because I'm doing this dug, 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 because I'm just chanting something. But when my mother does not ask me to do anything, then I do actual bhakti. So that's how my mind is. But then Hanuman, I mean, I think Hanumanji is like that only. He himself devoted to Ram. Hanuman can devoted himself to Sugriva also, because he was a mantri of Sugriva, but he has choose Ram. And that's how, my friends, this is one beautiful learning. You choose your goal. You choose your goal. You devote you entirely devote yourself to the goal, and you see that you will get that rasayana. And then sada raho Raghupati ke dasa. Dasa. You always be servant to Raghupati. So this is, I could have choose anything to make you understand about bhakti. I'm sure that most of you understand that what is bhakti. But when we talk about Hanuman, and when we talk about how Tulsidas portrayed Hanuman, then he said Rama Rasayan tumhare pasa sada raho Raghupati ke dasa. And when he talk about yukti or gyan, तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीना राम मिलाए राजपद दीना. This is yukti, this is gyan. So I told you that earlier, that gyan is related to sadhya sadhya. For Hanuman, the sadhan is Ram and the sadhya is also Ram. Hanuman has no desire to take Sugriv's Rajya or Ram Rajya or Vibhishan's Rajya. Though he has capability of getting anything. Even Ram in Valmiki Ramayan, Ram himself said many times, he quoted that Hanuman is much more bigger than me. And if Hanuman is not here, I couldn't win Lanka. And that's how even with Sugriv also. Sugriv couldn't, I don't think so that Sugriv himself has power to beat Bali. तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीना राम मिलाए राजपद दीना. Now this is my favorite verse, which I deliberately put it. सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा, and भीम रूप धरि असुर संघारे, रामचंद्र जी के कार्य संवारे. You see, this is called yukti. When I was talking about Gyan as in a bigger perspective, then I was talking that for Hanuman, Ram is only Gyan. But when I was talking about the smaller understanding about things, how to do. So Hanumanji, when he's showing himself to Sita, he is making himself sukshma rupa dharisiya dikhava. So when we are doing our work, we have to see that whether the place or the situation demands us to be the bigger or the aggressive me, or I can be gentle and I can done the work. And then Vikata Rupa Dhari Lanka Jarava. Lanka is a Lanka is a big big place. It's a big place. How you are thinking that Hanumanji is going to burn Lanka? Sukshma Rupa Dhari? No, na. So Vikata Rupa Dhari. That is Gyan. People generally, people like me also, sometimes me also get arrogant because I'm just a simple human being. Just mix of sattva, rajas, tamas, and sometimes tamas is on my head, sometimes rajas is on my head. But in entire Hanuman's character, you don't see that Hanuman is getting arrogant. And that's how we want Hanuman as in our God or Lord. And that's how we always worship to Hanuman, that make us humble, make us humble. So Vikata Roop Dhari Lanka Jarava, Bhima Roop Dhare Asura Sanghare. To killing asurs, you can't kill asurs from Sukshma Roop. And there is no sense to be Vikata Roop while you're killing asurs. So Bhima Roop Dhare. We know that Bhim means strong. This is Jnana. This is the God of Gyan who understands that where he has to be Sukshma, where he has to be Vikata, and where he has to be Bhima. And Ramachandra ji ke kaaj samare. He was not doing it for himself. He was doing it for Ram. And my friends, there is no difference between Ram and Hanuman. So don't think that he did it for Ram. He did it for himself only. There is no dualism. There is no duet. If you want to worship Hanumanji, if you want to worship Hanumanji, they say means the sage or the rishis and sons say, chant Ram. And Hanuman gets, he's simple, he gets happy. And then when we talk about the power, Ashtasiddhi Navanidhi Data. So there is siddhis. I'm just going to tell you one or two. Anima, when you get small. Mahima, when you get big. Anima, Mahima, Lagima, Garima. So, there are 8 siddhi. And then we have 9 siddhis also. We have 9 siddhi also. Where is Padma, which means you have power to give something to someone. You become compassionate. So these kind of 9 siddhis, he's a giver of 9 siddhis. And you see the power, how Tulsidas ji is explaining his power. Apan tej samharo apai. Your tej, nobody can take you, nobody can handle your tej. And that is why, that is how we say that when when we see this Hanuman's idol, which is prana pratisthit, we should not touch it if we are not clean, if our mind is not clean. Generally what we see, people go into the temple and then they touch Hanumanji and they take that sindoor and they put their on their head. One should not do it with the prana pratishtha murti, because your body, your mind, and your consciousness, if it is not ready, then apana tej samharoya apai. Even Tulsidas is saying that I cannot take care of your tej. You take care of your tej by your own. Why? Because tino lok haakate kape. Even with your sound, with your garjana, this 3 loks, I mean, they tremble. That kind of power Hanuman has, and that kind of power Tulsidas depict in his Hanuman Chalisa. Then Durgam Kaj Jagat ke Jete. He did difficult work of this world, and then Sugam Anugrahat Tumare Tete. For you, they're very simple. That this is one more learning from Hanuman's character, that nothing is difficult. Nothing is difficult. But if you feel that your work is difficult, or the situation is difficult, or if you feel in stress, or if you feel difficult in your job, in your life, in your relationship, it will be difficult. But if you are Hanuman Bhakt, if you follow Hanuman's path, so Sugama Anugraha Tumhare Tete. For you, it'll be Sugama. It'll be easier because of if your Anugraha is there, the most tough things will be easy for you.